Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Lego Harry Potter, year 1 through 4. Let's continue. So, there's this indicator here marking that there's something here, but as best as I can figure, since I went and looked at the solutions to everything in this room, I don't believe there actually is. I think we've gotten it all. There's a character token, specifically, that we haven't purchased. I think her name is Alicia, and if I can get Alicia over here, then that would be our confirmation that that is simply a bugged indicator, which is moderately common in Lego games, that the indicators will sometimes say you have something to collect when you actually have already collected it. It's annoying, I know, but so sadly I have to go through all this again. Let's see. Let's move as fast as we can through all this. I have 350,000 studs, which is enough to purchase the magnet, stud magnet. Yeah, that's what it's called, and I think I'll go ahead and do that. It's been kind of difficult. Yeah, Alicia Spinnet here is the character, so I'll just go ahead and purchase her, and maybe that will help that indicator go away. I guess I could also see what else I can encourage. If I'm going to get the stud magnet here, let's also get character studs. Fall rescue, unnecessary because you don't lose any studs when you fall. So the game has been significantly changed just based on them making it easier for people, for younger kids to play the game. So I'm now back to 25,000 studs. Starting with this recording, we're probably going to end up just doing the same, doing 2 levels. I imagine it's gotta go that way. Those spells, I'll purchase all of those later. So with the stud magnet, you can see we have to get closer. Well, we don't have to get as close, is the right way to say that, yeah. So I can run around, and with my score times 8, once we get into a level, that's going to prove to be very, very helpful. Now I can just kind of jump around the place as long as I get somewhere close to it. And those studs are mine. There's like no studs in this area. That puts me up at 110,000 right there. If I want, I guess if I want more studs, if I'm just gonna try and grind, the best move would be to go to Hogwarts, come back to the Leaky Cauldron, run down this aisle, get those 5,000, 5 blue studs, 1,000 blue studs, and then go back to Hogwarts and start again. We'll be finishing year 1 here. We've done everything else. So I want to probably take as much time as I want to, but it's hard to even if you're just messing around, it's pretty impossible to do more than 15 minutes in a level. So here's the dog is blocking away. We give it a squeak toy, and then the squeak toy was a cutscene, in free play mode, everything is skipped. Make it hard to make you go to sleep. I wouldn't mind a three-headed Cerberus Lego Pete character. I don't think there's ever been one. I don't know how you squeeze that in there unless they can make a short series of like the Trials of Hercules. There is our Triwizard. So we didn't have this spell when we were first in this area. So you actually use the light spell a little bit more than you would think in this game. Let's see. Now there is no reason not to do every single stud. Every single one is getting multiplied by 8. So we should potentially, if we get really lucky, be done with, be up to 600,000 and done with the, but get up to 600,000 by the time we're done with this level. Oh man, I am having the hardest of time recording right now. It has taken me way too long to get back to recording after the last episode, and now I'm all tongue-tied, and sometimes you just have bad days, and that doesn't really work well for a YouTuber who, how I run my YouTube is, it's super demanding. Try to record 6 to 8 hours of footage in one day. That's my ideal. I don't know if I particularly consistently stick to that ideal, but it's the attempted goal. I'd have so many games I want to play. That's why I cover old games in retrospectives like this. Retrospectives mean look backs instead of just covering new games, which would be too expensive and it wouldn't really make my channel any different than most other people's other YouTube critic gaming channels, whether they call themselves critics or not. I call myself a critic because I actually criticize the games. I kind of have a hard line on me, I guess. If either you're a critic or you're a paid spokesman. Or maybe an unpaid spokesman. Any way you look at it, though. Alright. We still have one up here I'm trying to hit, and I don't know how I'm gonna get that. Another Harry Potter. Far too many outfits for Harry Potter and such. It's not like his outfits are that interesting. Does this open to a new area? Nope, it's the student in peril. And so you just have this huge disconnect. You're giving, Lego wants to give him all, the Lego game wants to give him all these outfits. And even the movie producers, the fashion people probably wanted to give him all these outfits. But it's written in this boarding school where everybody wears the same uniform, and it just makes all the characters look very much the same. Alright, so we need to switch to Snape now to do this dark magic. Professor Quirrell, Voldemort. So we couldn't have gotten that until we had collected Snape. Let's see. imagine this works the same way. You just hit whatever pieces you want and you win. You ride a couple pieces, you hit a couple pieces, that's it. Why the indicator wasn't pointing to that, I don't know. And the way it responds, there's no way that you would have missed it. We are now close to 400,000. We need 600,000. Go and put the king back together. Since we brought this character out, we actually did change the outcome. So, is there anything more I need to get? I think I just need to switch to this ability. I've got things all over the place here that I can hit. Highly unlikely I'm going to get 200,000 in this fight, though. There are studs falling everywhere. Oh yeah, paid me. I forgot about it. Yeah, studs are falling because character studs are on. But it's only a tiny amount. LEGO never really figured it out. I don't think these games, as far as like the health and the character should be the same. The number of studs should be your health, because the heart system for the player doesn't make any sense. You have 4 hearts, you die, you come back. In some LEGO games that aren't Harry Potter LEGO games, you lose some studs also when you die, but it is an insignificantly small amount of studs. Let's see. Touch him without the wand. How did Harry Potter know this was going to work at all? I don't even know what spell he was casting. I don't know if he knew what spell he was casting. I think there's a protection spell on Harry Potter, and I suppose he was just using that protection spell on him to defeat Voldemort. I guess that's the best way I could explain that in my head. There we go. And so we have the Slytherin disguise Harry, the Professor Quirrell. Was there a real Professor Quirrell? I suppose there was. So that's interesting. Now, for collecting mini kits in most LEGO games, you would get like 200,000 blue studs, but there are no mini kits in these levels. This game is so unfinished. I mean, I just realized this. Yeah, there are no mini kits. The closest thing we have are the 4 house crats, and if you got all 4 of those, that should potentially give you more studs, but it doesn't. The balance seems like it's really off on this. So this one is probably the 3rd most needing a remaster as far as LEGO games. Obviously, LEGO Lord of the Rings and LEGO The Hobbit are the first 2 games that need remasters. Those are incredibly buggy and broken games. Way worse, by far, than this game. This game has been playable effectively from beginning to end so far. But after those two getting fixed, this one needs to be remade. It needs to have the mini kit things that you would expect. It needs to have the have more puzzles. It needs to have more challenge. It seems too simplistic. At this level, they might as well have called this Lego a Duplo Harry Potter, and just use bigger Duplo bricks instead of actual Lego bricks, which they wouldn't ever do that. But if they're dumbing down the kid for that age, the game for that age range, then they might as well just use that branding. Alright, so we're up to 600,000. We've solved that issue, and that means next level we play will get us right into 800,000 rather quickly, because we'll have that next multiplier. So here we go. We can do it. So score times 6 now. Next one we need is 800,000. But we should have a multiplier of 48 now. Yep. And purchasing these red bricks for 100,000, 200,000 each, not a big deal. Later on, purchasing the characters isn't going to be a big deal later on. No real reason to go back to Hogwarts at this point. I think we'll make one final run to Hogwarts and that's it. We now have all of the gold bricks from here, so we can do this bonus level. So whatever this is, if this actually is a bonus level or if this is just some kind of model that you get. Alright. We get a gold brick for doing that. That's the Hogwarts Express, and it's not a bonus level. It's just a model. Interesting. Like, there's no button here. That is. There's nothing to target here, there's nothing to do. So that's not a bonus thing. I mean, I don't... That's where the mini kits would have come from. So instead of mini kits being spread amongst the 6 levels, they've made the mini kits one single mini kit between 24 gold bricks you would have had to collect to do that. The first, all of the first level. So I want to see which is the first video here that we don't have unlocked, because I suspect we've seen everything except for the very last one, because we're already up to the Prisoner of Azkaban, and these are in chronological orders. So we're up to 100, Goblet of Fire, Quidditch World Cup, the Triwizard Tournament, Champion Selection, let's see, First Task, Black Lake, Aging, Goblet of Fire, Outro. So the outro to the Goblet of Fire is the only one. We're missing 2 things, and that's it. So we don't need to come back here until we've unlocked everything. Then, I thought there might be some things that were unlocked later. or that were still locked and who required us to do the levels. So let's just move forward then. Next story is this year 2 or year 3? No, that's Prisoner of Azkaban, that's 3, so it goes this way. Alright, this level, start in free play. At this rate, we might even do 3 levels in free play. So our goal here is with all of this to get 800,000 studs by the end of this level. So I want to be still kind of cautious about playing. I don't want to just run through the level. This needs to be this for a second. And poor Jenny, she's not been shown much screen time for these first few years. I don't think she gets much screen time anyways. I think that might be just mostly a byproduct of the way this story is written with so many characters. Honestly, if I was going to write a story of my youth, like what I did in school and who I interacted with, I could probably name like 3 people. I'd have to go look at annuals to figure out people's names. I'd have to figure out if I could remember if I did anything with these people. I didn't certainly interact very much with my fellow students. Let's see. I went to schools that probably for each class here only had like maybe 100, 150 students. So not huge, but about average, I would say, school sizes. Most classrooms had 30 kids in the room, and I probably didn't talk to most of them. So, yeah, if I was going to write 7 years of what happened to me during that time frame, I'd probably only mention 20, 30 people at all. And then I would maybe, on a rare occasion, just say somebody did this, but they're not important to the story, so I'm not going to bother to name them. Let's see, can I even remember the school, the teachers? No, I wouldn't even be able to remember most of my teachers. They're all kind of boring people, so yeah. Where Harry Potter has a new teacher for the Defense Against the Dark Arts every year, and more teachers pop in to teach new classes, it seems. He has like 12, and I think in comparison, I probably would have only had maybe 8 per year. So, but then not as many teachers that teach multiple years, because that's not something that's done in the United States schools. Especially if you're a 6th grade math teacher, you don't all of a sudden teach 7th grade also, although it might happen. I think I've gotten everything on the outside there. How are we on studs? 641 right now. So it looks like we'll make our goal, as long as we're careful. Harry Potter's doing the dishes and setting the table. That would have been a funny scene in the series if Harry Potter was visiting the Weasleys and all of a sudden he starts washing the dishes by hand and everybody's just looking at him like a crazy person and they're like, no, cast a spell, it doesn't, the dishes do themselves. Nobody washes dishes by hand. I imagine that's kind of what it must feel like to be Harry Potter, and I don't think they touch on it enough. That you're just so used to doing things the way a Muggle would that it wouldn't make sense. Half the things. Let's see. I think I've got everything in here now, and we're at 900,000. So if I go up to the 1,000,000, then I have enough to actually buy score times 10, which is even better. Yeah, so we can go ahead and skip 8, get score times 10, run around the leaky cauldron, then get score times 8. I doubt we'll get another 800,000 in this level. I would also almost certainly be a hugely nervous wreck if there was some Voldemort-like creature running around the school, putting everybody in danger every year. And there probably, on a few occasions, were some students, possibly teachers, that were dangerous to the students, but they didn't probably announce it to anybody. Hauled them off to the appropriate authorities. I remember, this doesn't really have anything to do with school, but I remember at one of my previous jobs, somebody just left a cooler full of alcohol in like the shade of the front door of my building, and so they got very suspicious of it and called the bomb squad, thinking somebody was trying to blow up the building, when it was really probably somebody who had been drinking the alcohol and not thinking very straight. Alright. I need to switch to somebody strong. That's him. And I could probably easily afford fast magic as an extra just to save some time. Jeez, I might get up to 800,000 at this rate. And I've always assumed that the people in the pictures were real people. I've never thought that maybe those were just like fantasy stories acting out. They could be fantasy stories. I just don't think they are. I'd imagine wizards would potentially lack in imagination because everything they're doing in the regular life is so fantastical. See, and I think this is gonna finish the level. Nope, didn't finish the level. We still got more to do. So, yeah, I think we'll get everything. Everything we could desire. Let's see. Put this together. Haggard. So his name is Hagrid, and then there's a goblin called Hoggle from the movie The Labyrinth. And I'm just realizing it's like somebody wiser than me should, and probably already has, take those cutscenes, because there's a specific scene in The Labyrinth where he goes, "It's Hoggle," and then you could say have the two characters argue about whether his name is Hoggle or Haggard. That'd be kind of funny if you did it right. See, as a YouTuber, I think about these weird things sometimes. And of course, if you talk about the idea, somebody else will do it before you get around to it. But that's fine, I'm already too busy. So I'm at 2,500,000. Gotta get those commas in the right place. And we are rather nicely set. I don't think we'll be able to purchase everything, like all the extras. And we'll certainly not be able to purchase all of the characters, but we have now made great progress, and we really do have enough time here to do a third level. Make it to Triwizard. So our goal is to see if we can max the game out now to 10 billion. And if we get close to 10 billion, or if we max it out at 10 billion, we should start buying things, because we don't want to waste any opportunity to get more. We have down to 58 gold bricks remaining, all from the story levels, really. So what we want to do is run in here, run this way, and purchase score times 8, score times 10, and fast dig, fast magic, collect gold studs. Christmas, invincibility for 500,000, regenerate hearts, extra hearts, fall rescue we can't afford, singing magic, that, and that. So, that's all but one. Let's go turn on the other things. Christmas, collect ghost studs, fast magic, fast dig. We'll play with Christmas. Invincibility, extra hearts not necessary. And singing mandrakes, I'll turn that on too. So Christmas just gives that. When I come over here and get these two gold things, that gives me enough to come back and purchase the final thing of Fall Rescue. Again, I won't turn on Fall Rescue. So it's important to take note of, we now have a multiplier of 3,840. So just being around here, I have walked around and gotten 10 million studs. Now if I run over here and get those 5 blue ones, I will probably get somewhere around the 40 million studs. There we go. Yep. So we are so set. as far as what we need to unlock and stuff. There's no argument, I think, that I would ever actually need to grind and collect extra studs. Let's see. So we can purchase every gold brick now. It's just barely affecting me at all. Come on. Did we get them all? Gold brick 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have them all. Good. So that puts us now at 153. I don't want to buy characters right now, but we will get the spells. Sluggus Excrucio, which replaces that. Multi-Horophores, which replaces that. Let's see. I don't know what that one actually does. But we'll just buy all these things. All these things do are just silly things when you hit other characters. That one makes them dance, obviously. So instead of that one makes them trip, instead of just adding more and more spells, they decided to have the final spell you get in the game just do more and more random things. This one changes the color of the hair, which honestly that would have been really helpful. This one makes them bold. And I assume getting each one of these things is going to our percentage. Like we should actually, let's look here. At our percentage is 67.2. When we buy this, it is now 67.2 still. Interesting. So it's not actually counting towards the 100%. Well, we only have a couple more, so we might as well unlock them. We may not use them all. Man, there's a lot of them. Just way too many. What did they think they were going to do with all these spells? Because they can't be like story related. So Asio now does something different from that spell too. So like, if I hit him, he'll get tied up this time. If I hit him again, he'll start dancing. He'll just do something different randomly each time. So Christmas, not very interesting with the hats. Let's go back to Hogwarts for a second and see if it makes anything look different in Hogwarts. Makes it snow or something. See, this isn't just an attempt to wander around and potentially get more things, more studs. because I don't need it. I will have more than enough. So everybody's running around with that Christmas hats, and that's it. That's all that's going on. No snow or anything like that. We can do disguises. We can do ice rink. We can do carrot wands. Like, fall rescue just saves you from fall, so I'll turn that on so you can see. Next time, regenerate hearts, extra hearts. Extra hearts gives you 3 extra hearts. Invincibility, which regenerate hearts and invincibility are about the same. Christmas off, and then everything else off. So there are no ghost studs. In fact, quite inaccurately, that should not be an extra at all, because by the time you purchase that extra, you're absolutely guaranteed not to find any ghost studs. You couldn't possibly run into any. Because you have to get those things in free play, and if you play the whole story, there are no more ghost paths. So we got the ice rink going on right here. You can see I'm sliding around. And we have the disguises. Standard Lego things. If you haven't seen them before, they come in every single game. The disguises, the ice rinks, silhouettes. Silhouettes do just that. Why you would want that, I have no idea. It seems cheesy. And then carrot wands. So if I start just hitting people with Accio, different things will happen to all of them with my carrot wand. And let's see, if I switch to this one, it doesn't seem to do anything different, so I don't know what Accio specifically is about. But whatever. Let's turn off carrot wands. The good news is I could, if I came back and picked up that won't make noise. Again, that's an extra that's not useful at all. So if I get the earmuffs over here to pick up the mandrake out of the pot, which you can do. Oh. See, he sings, and that's nice, but you can't get that extra until you've already played the game and probably done all of those. So, yeah, that's pointless too. Back to the Lucky Cauldron we go. And that is enough time. So, we're at 67.2%, even though we bought all those magic spells, which I'm surprised about that. We have 121 of 167 character tokens, so we're done there. We have now purchased all 20 of the extras. There are only 10 students in para left. There's only, let's see, 17 more true wizards, which with our score multiplier will absolutely get true wizard as soon as we start every level. And we need 47 gold bricks, we'll absolutely get that, and 17 house crests. So the most difficult problem we'll have is finding the house crests and finishing the levels, and then if there happens to be any gold brick or something like that, or student in peril, I guess, are the only two things that could be in Hogwarts. If there's a student in peril or gold brick in Hogwarts, we'll have to run all around there. Otherwise, by the time we finish the last level, we'll be done with the game. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.